don't you come on over here? Come on over here, Hulk. Yeah, I used to work out. I used to work out at a gym in Clearwater, Florida.
No way. Which gym?
It was a gym that the Killer Bees used to work out in.
Gold's Gym.
Yeah, Gold's Gym. And they used to say this is where Hulk works out. So I used to go there all the time. And you got too big. You were never there. You had your own gym by then.
Well, I had a place at my house.
That's what they said.
In the garage.
And
so,
had
yeah.
You had a speedboat. You go. You did your own thing in Clearwater. That's right.
I'm still doing it.
I got a question for you. I asked Snoop Dogg this 2 days ago. When did you go from wildly successful wrestler? When was the first moment, Hulk, for you that you knew walking out of your house, going to a store, it had all changed? You were global, you were a superstar, and you just couldn't go out and hang out and have a beer with buddies.
Well, the first 8 years, we were doing the 300 miles one way to 300 miles back for $25 a night, $20, sometimes $30. And I did that for a long time. And then I did, I went to New York with the old WWE.
Right.
Wrestled Andre Shea Stadium, but it was still the wrestling company, beer drinkers, cigar smokers. Then I went and did a Rocky movie. The movie played, things were still the same, Wrestling company, beer drinkers, even though the perception was, oh my gosh, there's Hulk Hogan and Sylvester Stallone. Is that what a wrestler really looks like? But all of a sudden, on January 23rd, 1984, when Vince McMahon took over his father's company, the WWE, and I wrestled the Iron Sheik in Madison Square Garden. Iran was holding like 444 hostages at the time.
Right.
There was a real political thing going on.
Yeah.
And when I wrestled the Iron Sheik, Eye of the Tiger hit, and I won the WWE title. The whole wrestling world changed. And at that moment, I went, oh my gosh, my career is never going to be the same. And it was like a rocket that took off to the moon, and I circled the moon. I'm heading toward Saturn and all points in between. It's still going on.
By the way, it was the good guys against the bad guys years ago. That was the imaging of wrestling, and you were the good guy. You like kids, take your vitamins. There was a point you did a little pivot to the bad guy side, and LeBron James said 4 years ago, he goes, for 1 year I was a villain. I don't like being a villain. You were always a better good guy. I felt you embraced that better.
Well, the political landscape was different with LeBron. I mean, he was leaving a city that he loved and he grew up in, so they were mad.
Right.
But my thing was, I had a built-in following, that really, really loved me for years and years and generations. And then when I went on TV and said, the training, the prayers, and the vitamins, I did it for the money. The people freaked out. But then when they saw Hollywood Hogan and how cool I was and the bad guy thing, they started cheering me, So I'd wrestle The Rock and Triple H and Stone Cold and The Undertaker, and the people would cheer for both of us. So the lines got really blurred, but they never really booed me as a bad guy. They thought the character was really cool, the Hollywood Hogan character.
By the way, Rock, you are pre-Rock. Did Rock ever come to you?
I'm pre everybody. No, just kidding.
But you really did. You were the guy, people have imitated Michael Jordan in basketball.
Right.
Kobe sounds like him. I feel like everybody took your brand and said, I'm going to do some of that. Did you sense that? Was there bitterness? Were you okay with it?
No, it kind of like, they really didn't take my brand, but at the time it was just wrestling and taking the guy down, getting the body slam, rolling him up, who was the better wrestler. And then all of a sudden, I would slam somebody, but then I'd kind of look at the crowd with a goofy look, and the look got more of a reaction than the move did. So I went, oh my gosh, that's what they want. They want the physicality, plus they want to be involved and interactive and entertained. So The Rock, I kicked the door open because, with the wrestling, I kicked the door open, the entertainment part. I also kicked the door open because I made like 15 or 16 little kid movies.
Right.
Then The Rock came along, and he ripped the door off the hinges. I mean, he went bang, man. I said, and the coolest thing was, one of the times I wrestled Madison Square Garden, I threw my headband out, and an 8-year-old Rock caught my headband.
Really?
Yeah. He tells the story right before the last Jumanji. They were doing a press tour, and he tells the story about when he caught the headband. It's really pretty funny.
Listen, there's a lot of good memories, but it also takes a wear and tear on your body. And when you decided to step down, was a lot of it just, hey, man, I'm worn out, like an old NFL player, like I'm worn out?
Well, I just walked in here on one crutch.
Okay.
So I'm going in for back surgery number 10. And I didn't get the memo that said it was all fake. I had this knee cut on 5 times, then replaced it. This knee 3 times cut on, then replaced it. Both hips done. I'm going on my 10th back surgery, plus all kind of stuff from getting kicked and hit. I've been fixed and refixed. So
yeah.
It's tough on you. It really is. And these young wrestlers, young sports entertainers that are going crazy and diving off the top ropes. I just pray for them that they stay healthy.
By the way, you've done mostly very brilliant things in business. You did pass on the George Foreman grill.
Oh, stop.
That's what they
Will
told
you stop?
me.
That's not true. Do you believe everything you read, brother?
No.
My kids were upset because I was always late picking them up for school. So I said, okay, I'm going to beat all these soccer moms today. So I went to McDonald's, got the burgers, and had a little cooler, had everything ready. I got to school like at 2:30 instead of 3:30 to get my kids. All of a sudden, all the soccer moms were behind me. I got my kids home. They were excited because I finally got there early. And when I got home, I pressed the old school recorder machine.
Yeah.
Hey, Hulk, this is Sam Perlmutter. I got a couple things. I've got a grill and I've got a blender. And I'm going to call you and George to see who wants it. Well, I wasn't there to answer the call. So when I called Sam back, I said, hey, Sam, what's up with all that stuff, man? I'll take the grill. He goes, well, I called George, and George took the grill. So basically, $550 million later, George got the George Foreman lean, mean grilling machine, and I got a blender with a AA battery that you put 1 scoop of protein in, it would fart and turn off, So I didn't pass on anything, brother. Just for the record, for the 1,000th time, I didn't pass on anything. I missed the phone call.
It's been an absolute pleasure. I want to say this. WWE 2K20 is available in 3 weeks. Pre-order now. It's a new video game with you.
Well, you know what this is going to do? It's got all the superstars from all the generations. This actually bonds the family together, brother.
Look at this.
The grandfather and grandma that used to watch me, their son and daughters, and now the new generation of kids, there's 3 or 4 generations that are going to have fun watching Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, Mankind, China, Triple H, Stone Cold. I mean, this is the cat's meow as far as wrestling. If you want to get up to speed with what the wrestling business is all about, this WWE 2K20 game that's coming out, this is the home run of all home runs. I mean, that looks better than I did back in my heyday.
I was going to say, good
gosh.
Lord, he's totally cut. I got 45 seconds left. Andre was the strongest. You lifted him and slammed him, the only guy to do that. He was the strongest, right? Andre was the strongest.
He was really hard to deal with, yes.
Okay, and he weighed for...
Well, he went between 500 and almost 700, depending on his diet.
But he was a nice guy.
He could be. The last 10 years, him and I got along great. When I first started, I was a little arrogant and cocky as a youngster, and he kept me in line.
Kept you in line like,
beat the tar out of me in the ring to teach me a lesson, brother. But he was a great guy. I miss him so much. I mean, it's just, I see his picture and it's just hard to watch. He was a really great friend and a really great person.
Look at you guys. Look at you. Friday Night SmackDown, Fox premieres tonight, 8 Eastern. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.